My name is Panico, and I'm a 36-year-old cook. I grew up in a very poor family, and I've always yearned for good food. I developed a strong attachment to it over the years, and that's why, eventually, I started to dream about opening my own restaurant. And so, after I graduated from high school, I set out on a path to become a cook and open my own restaurant in the city. But I had no idea what I signed myself up for at the time. The next few years were full of challenges and hardship.
Hey, how many times have I got to tell you to store the vegetables in this freezer over here? This is the millionth time you've made this mistake.
Yes, sir. I'm very sorry. I'll move everything out right away.
Why can't you just do as I say? How hard can all this be? You want to become a good cook and one day open your own restaurant, right? But if you keep on going at this rate, that's never gonna happen. The stuff you're learning right now is really important, you know. If you can't do this stuff properly, then you're never gonna be able to become a good cook. Hell, you won't even be able to handle a knife at this rate.
Yes, sir. I'm really sorry. I'm going to try to do better. This man right here is Mr. Seiko. He's supposed to be training me, but as you can see, he's always very hard on me. And that's not because he wants to help me grow or anything. He just wants to make me quit and give up on my dream because I'm a woman. And when he wants to grab my attention, he always calls me girl or asshole, and it's really unpleasant. He's even called me a bitch a couple of times when he was in a bad mood.
Why do you even want to become a cook anyway? It doesn't make any sense.
What?
You know, people that come here to train have usually graduated college or are straight out of culinary school. But you, on the other hand, you just graduated high school and you know nothing about cooking. That's why it's so hard for me to train you. You're way behind compared to everyone.
I see. I'm very sorry about that, sir. My family, they're not very wealthy, and they couldn't afford to send me to college. I would have loved to go to culinary school, but that just wasn't an option for me. But don't worry, sir. I'm more motivated and willing to learn than anyone out there, so I'm going to keep on trying my best to learn as much as possible from you, and one day...
Yeah, whatever. Sure, you might be motivated, but motivation alone doesn't get you very far. I've seen dozens of people like you give up on their dreams over the years. I'm excited to see how long you last here.
Sure. Man, he's in a bad mood today, and he's extra harsh. I should shut my mouth and get back to work. And this is what happens here every day. But he's actually kind of right. No one else here is a high school graduate. They're either a graduate of a prestigious college or culinary school, or their parents own and run a restaurant or bar. They're the elites of the industry, if you will. And he's right when he says that I was far behind compared to them. I was an outsider. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to give up on my dreams easily. I'm determined to open my own restaurant one day, and I will stop at nothing to achieve my dream. And so, I've been working hard for years, motivated by this strong desire. And when I realized I had become 29 years old already, at that point, I had already been in the industry for 11 years. And over these 11 years, I met a lot of women like me that's come here to train to become a chef. They all had dreams of their own. Miss Panico, thank you for being my instructor today. I was able to learn a lot thanks to you. You know, I think you're the best instructor here, and I wanted to ask if you'd be willing to teach me tomorrow as well.
Hey, that isn't fair. You can't just keep Miss Panico to yourself. She's going to teach me tomorrow.
What? No, that doesn't make any sense.
I have known and talked to Miss Panico way longer than you. She's mine, damn it. Now, back off. What? Stop lying to me, Mikaki. That isn't even true. And besides, she likes me way more than you. Come on, just ask her yourself.
Oh, come on, guys. Stop fighting over me. I love you guys both very, very much. And you're both like little sisters to me. So please, don't fight. Let's just work together tomorrow, all right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm very sorry, Miss Panico.
This is Mikagi, and that's Rin. They both joined this place recently and seem to admire me very much. Their families are both very rich, so I don't know why they decided to join this competitive and stressful industry, but I really do respect their decision. And thankfully, all of my coworkers seem to enjoy my company, and I've been able to get along with everyone. Working here has been a lot of fun thanks to them, and it's been very fulfilling. Well, Mr. Seiko still bothered me every day, but that was pretty much it.
Hey, you idiots, don't just stand there and chat. You're here to cook, aren't you? Now come on, grab those knives and get back to work.
Sorry, but we're supposed to be on our break right now. And besides, we're done with the meal prep, and all we have to do now is just wait for the customers to come in.
Yeah, she's right. And besides, why do you always pick on Miss Panicle, Mr. Seiko? It isn't fair. You always single her out and bully her. I have to agree with Mikagi on this one. It's not like she makes a lot of mistakes or anything. You're always so unfair to her. You need to stop.
Oh, back off, you idiots. I was the one that trained her all these years, you know? You don't know anything about the work I've put in to help her become a better chef.
It's all right, Mr. Seiko. You don't have to get all defensive like that. We all understand how much you've done for me over these past 11 years, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Seiko, and I hope we can keep on working together. The restaurant was about to open, and I didn't want to make the situation more tense. I had no choice but to apologize to him, just like I've done every day for the past 11 years. Mikagi and Rin didn't seem too happy with what ended up happening, but it wasn't like they could do something about it. Mr. Seiko was our boss, and we all understood that it was better for us to just keep our thoughts to ourselves. But it's not like I was able to calm Mr. Seiko down every time he had his little outburst. Eventually, when he was in an extra bad mood, he started picking on the other staff members I worked with. The bullying reached a whole new level, and every time Mr. Seiko entered the kitchen, the air became tense and the atmosphere worsened. He was becoming a bad influence for all of us, and we were getting tired of it. Mikagi and Rin felt especially pressured by Mr. Seiko and his selfish behavior, and one day, we had this conversation.
I might want to quit this restaurant. Yeah, I'm starting to feel the same way. Mr. Seiko has been picking on us a lot recently, and I feel like I'm becoming a worse person and cook by being around him. Yeah, he just gives off bad, negative vibes.
Whoa, come on, guys. Do you hear yourselves right now? You can't be serious. You're not actually going to quit, are you? And besides, it's not like Mr. Seiko is trying to hate on us. Maybe he just wants us to grow, and that's why he's always hard on us.
Miss Panicle, you always assume the best intentions in others, but that's not necessarily true for everyone. I can't believe you were able to work with that douche for 11 years. I really admire you for that.
They did talk to me about wanting to quit, but I was able to convince them to stay. I guess they wanted to keep on working with me, and since I've been looking after them for a few years now, I'm already very invested in their lives and growth. I wanted to see them grow and become excellent chefs, and I didn't want them to give up on their dreams just because Mr. Seiko was being an asshole. And after that, years went by. After working at the same restaurant for 18 years, I turned 36. And at that point, I was confident in my ability as a chef. So I decided to start a new chapter of my life and make my longtime dream come true. That's right, I was finally opening my own restaurant. And when I told Mr. Seiko about this, he seemed shocked and rather displeased. But then he muttered, "I see, good luck," and after that, we said our goodbyes. And so, I finally quit my job and opened a brand new restaurant called Restaurant Panny. I hired about a few dozen staff members for the restaurant, and we all put in a lot of effort to think of ways we could make this restaurant successful and profitable. We were all super invested in this restaurant's success. But that's when I suddenly got a call from Mr. Seiko.
Hey, Panico, it's been a minute, hasn't it? How have you been? It's been a month since you opened your restaurant, right? How are things going? Is business good?
Mr. Seiko? Long time no see. And yeah, the restaurant has been doing well. Oh, and you should come visit us sometime. I would love to show some of our original meals to you. I'm sure you're going to love them all.
Well, that's exciting. Then, how about this? Can I get a reservation for 100 people sometime next week?
Did you just say 100? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. So, do you think you can fit us in?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. We don't have any reservations yet for Wednesday next week, so I can slot you guys in there.
That's great! Things have been super busy around here as well, so we were talking about hosting a party to help everyone cool down. Could you get us a course meal that costs about $100 per person? Obviously, you can charge extra for the drinks.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much, and we'll all be looking forward to hosting you guys. I was a bit nervous to answer the call from Mr. Seiko, but I had no idea that he was going to make a huge reservation like that. This is great news. Or that's what I wanted Mr. Seiko to think. So I just went along with it. I obviously wanted to see Mikagi, Rin, and all of my other coworkers again. I was excited to see and serve them, but we were going to have to do a lot of preparing to meet Mr. Seiko's demands. So I told my staff about the party and we began preparing right away. 100 people were supposed to come, and feeding everyone was going to be no easy task. But this is me we're talking about. I don't shy away from anything. Just watch. And on the day of the party, the restaurant was empty. We were going to rent out the entire restaurant to Mr. Seiko and his party for the night. And so before they all arrived, the restaurant was eerily quiet, even during peak hours. All of the preparations have been made, and all that's left to do is actually serve everyone. But no one's coming. I wonder if they're running late. But that's when the restaurant's phone rang.
Hello, is this Paniko?
Yeah, it's me. What's going on, Mr. Seiko? Are you guys running late or something? Why is nobody here yet? But that's when Mr. Seiko said this to me.
You're kidding me, right? You seriously thought 100 people were gonna show up to your restaurant today? That's hilarious! Oh, how gullible are you? Stop being stupid, Paniko. I was just joking when I told you that I wanted to make a reservation for 100 people. No one's coming to your damn restaurant today.
What?
How else should I put this? I want you to cancel our reservation.
What? I knew something was up. I've known Mr. Seiko for years, and not once have I believed him. He's just the kind of person to make up these lies to bully you. So just like that, the reservation he made ended up being fake. No one was coming to our restaurant.
Oh, wait, did you actually prepare our meals already? Were you waiting to serve them all to us? That must have took a lot of work. But sorry, I just wanted to see you in disbelief. Just think of this as a little prank. But man, I would pay so much money to see your face right now. I bet you're absolutely lost for words. This is hilarious. You know, I just wanted to make you cry. I've always hated you, and you absolutely deserve this.
I knew something was up. I kind of expected something like this to happen.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm telling you that we never made any preparations to serve 100 people. We knew you guys weren't coming, so we had no reason to prepare. And besides, you should have come up with a better lie. I know that your restaurant doesn't have 100 employees. You know how long I've worked there? 18 years. I know how many employees you guys have. And my amazing coworker sent me a video of you coming up with this stupid little prank. So I knew beforehand what you were up to. They told me everything, so you didn't fool me at all.
What? You're kidding me, right?
A reservation for 100 people, huh? That's ridiculous. Your plan was never going to work, Mr. Seiko. Oh, and by the way, I've already contacted the cops regarding this matter, and an officer is standing right next to me as we speak. I've also recorded our conversation, and I'll be handing it over to the police as evidence. I'm sure you're going to get arrested for this. You did try to get in the way of us operating our business, after all.
Wait, what? You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not. I would never joke about this stuff. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, what you did was a crime, and you're gonna have to face the consequences of your actions now. You're either going to jail for less than 3 years, or you're gonna have to pay a $50 fine. Oh yeah, and you need to pay us for the revenue that we missed out on thanks to your stupid little prank as well. Good luck with all that.
Wait, hold on a minute. That isn't fair, though. I was just trying to pull a prank on you. I don't deserve this.
Well, you do. You committed a crime, so you're gonna have to face the consequences of your actions. But anyway, we're gonna start letting customers back in, so I'm gonna leave the rest of the lawyers and the cops. Goodbye.
No, please look. I'll apologize, okay? So please forgive me. I can't deal with all this.
Did you hear that? He sounded so scared. I bet he was shaking all over the phone. I don't care how much he apologizes, though. I'm never going to forgive him for what he did. He's gonna have to pay us for our lost revenue and take responsibility for what he did. Oh yeah, and a few days later, Mikagi and Rin visited my restaurant. They told me that they're thinking about going independent soon and starting their own restaurant together. And today, they came here to tell me all about their new plans.
Oh my god, it's been too long, Miss Panicle. I've been dying to come here for a while, you know, but this place is too popular, and I couldn't get a reservation until today.
Yeah,
We thought you were going to invite us here the moment you opened the restaurant, but we had to wait until now to eat here.
Sorry about that, guys. I wanted to invite you guys, but things have just been so busy around here that I forgot about it. Oh yeah, and thank you for sending me that video of Mr. Seiko. I knew something was up, but I was able to avoid a disaster thanks to you guys. Oh yeah, and I handed that video into the police, so they'll probably use it as evidence in their case against Mr. Seiko.
That asshole was smiling and dancing after he was done calling you. He actually thought his stupid plan was going to work. Yeah, and he's been bullying us too. It really sucks to have him around the kitchen. Oh, but the owner of our restaurant found out about what Mr. Seiko tried to do, and now he's furious at him. It was a hell of a scene.
Wow, I did not know that happened.
Yeah, and he's been working there for about 2 decades now, but he got fired immediately. Now they're suing him for damages as well. And his wife got a divorce because she didn't want to stick by his side anymore. Now he's living with his parents again and is working at a convenience store to make ends meet. Pathetic, isn't it?
Wow, he got fired? I bet he never thought in a million years that would happen to him. But he's already paid our restaurant for the trouble he caused, so I don't really care what ends up happening to him. But anyway, thank you both so much for everything. Your dinner today is on me, so don't worry about the check. Just have as much food as you want.
Yes! Thank you so much. Yay! Could you get us some red wine to start off then?
Sure thing. I'll grab anything for you guys today. And good luck with your new restaurant.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next?